In today's classwork, March 20th, you're asked to factor using the greatest common factor, the GCF. I'm going to model these first two questions for you so that you can get a better understanding of how to do the rest of the assignment. We need to find the GCF, or the greatest common factor, of 4a squared b and 6ab cubed. First of all, look at 4 and 6, the coefficients. The greatest common factor of those coefficients would be 2. Then we're going to look at the variable a. In our first term, we have a squared. In our second term, we have a to the first power, meaning that each of those terms can be divided by a to the first power. In our second variable, b, the first term has b to the first power, the second term has b cubed. We can factor out a b to the first power out of those terms, making our GCF 2ab, the product of 2a and b, choice 1. In question 2, we're asked to work with 3m squared n and 12mn squared. The GCF of the coefficients is 3. Look at the variable m. The first term has an m squared, the second has an m to the first power. We could divide an m to the first power out of both of those terms. In terms of the variable n, the first term has n to the first power, the second has n squared, meaning that we can divide n to the first power out of those terms. If we went a step further, although the question only asked us to recognize the GCF, which is choice 3 here, the product of 3m and n, but sometimes we have to factor it out and show the other factor. So we already know the GCF is 3mn. Open up your parentheses so you could place the other factor in the set of parentheses. And the way that we find that other factor that's going to be placed within the parentheses is we take our terms and divide by the GCF. For instance, in this question, the first term, 3m squared n, has to be divided by 3mn. 3 divided by 3 would be a 1. M squared divided by m would be m to the first power. N divided by n would cancel out. Bring down the plus sign. 12 divided by 3, in the second term, we have 12mn squared, and that also has to be divided by 3mn. 12 divided by 3 would give you a 4. M divided by m would cancel out, and then we would have n squared divided by n, which would be n to the first power. A way of checking this is to distribute the GCF to both terms using the distributive property. I hope this helps you as you do the rest of the problems.